The Paldea region is bursting with new memorable gym leaders. The classic 8-gym badge formula followed by the Elite Four challenge is standard of the series, though Generation 9 brings several new changes to the tried and true gym leader battles. Paldea's Pokemon League seems to have a much more pronounced role in the region. Gym leaders of Paldea are not just athletes or pillars of the community. Being a gym leader is fully part of their career, so much so that later in the game you're tasked with ensuring that they're performing their job well enough. Gyms in Paldea feature a gym challenge minigame and end with a powerful terrestrialized Pokemon. Each brings a unique take on the role of the gym leader. Some do it for the spectacle, some to prove their worth, and others just to put in a hard day's work. As you would expect from such a variety of gym leaders, some pose a greater challenge than others. I'm Kyle with PokeBinge, and this is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Gym Leaders Weak to Powerful. Alright, let's go over some ground rules. First, we'll only be including the gym leaders from the official Pokemon League. Paldea also includes Team Star's self-proclaimed gym leaders. They're distinctly unique to other gym challenges in the past, so Team Star gym leaders will be omitted. Also, the gym challenge minigames will be noted. Each adds another layer to the game and makes the overall challenge more simple or difficult. Next, we will assess gym leaders by relative difficulty. While in this game you can challenge the gym leaders in any order, some are meant to be fought earlier on in the game. It is uninteresting to say the lowest level teams are the easiest, and the highest level teams are the most powerful. So this list will instead assume the gyms are taken on from lowest level to highest to determine difficulty. In addition, teams will be ranked by team composition, stats, and move pools. While some Pokemon fit a character's theme perfectly, it doesn't necessarily mean it's powerful. And lastly, the post-championship gym battles also play a role in determining which is most overpowered. These battles let the player know how powerful each gym leader actually is. Here, each gym leader has a team of 5 with similarly leveled Pokemon. These teams are much easier to compare to each other. The Surging Chef Kofu certainly has an excitable personality, but his team feels a bit absent-minded in construction, which is why we rank him as the weakest. The gym challenge is not particularly difficult either. After trying to chase down Kofu with his forgotten wallet, the gym challenge begins. After a battle and a bidding war, your gym challenge is complete. This fits in his theme as a renowned chef looking for the freshest, most sought-after ingredients. The bidding war doesn't pose much challenge or risk, however. There is no trouble outbidding the competition as you're using Kofu's wallet to bid. His team is the 4th lowest level team, but has the weakest team composition. The first battle included 3 glass cannons, Involuza, Wugtrio, and Terror Water Crabominable. A single, mildly fast attacker would have no trouble with this team. None of the Pokemon on this first team had any tricky status or boosting moves, and the only real threat being Iron Fist boosted Crabhammer from Crabominable. While the rematch fight includes Clawitzer and Pelipper, it does not help in the team composition all too much. The moves here are much more threatening but suffer the same weakness of not taking a hit. A single electric type Pokemon would clean up his team with no issues. The team is perfectly on theme for his character as a chef, as most of that team is seafood themed, but it doesn't translate all too well on the battlefield. The second weakest gym leader of Paldea is Brassius and his grass-type team. This is the second weakest team by level, and the gym challenge poses more difficulty than Kofu. Wrangling hidden Sunflora around Artisan is not particularly difficult, but it has more to it than a short bidding war. Sometimes the Sunflora fight back, but aren't difficult to nip in the butt. The first battle has a few tricks that can make it hard to approach. His lead, Patilil, runs Sleep Powder and Mega Drain, which can trip up an unprepared trainer if they get unlucky. Also, Terra Grass Sudowoodo, or Truliwoodo, has a surprising amount of synergy. Sudowoodo's stats aren't incredible, but are fairly high for the second gym in the game. Also, the move Rock Throw early on can threaten many of the types super effective against grass. This is where the pros of his team sort of end. Smoliv is not very impactful, and the team is not bulky or fast enough to pose much of a threat. The rematch battle has a similar level of relative difficulty. Patilil and Smoliv become Lilligant and Arbolivia. Serena and Breloom round out the team with great physical attacking coverage. Fully evolved Lilligant can become a serious threat if allowed to set up with Light Screen and Quiver Dance, which boosts its speed, special attack, and special defense. Arbolivia and Sudowoodo are effective tanks. What puts Brassius as the second weakest is a lack of variety. A single Pokemon would not have trouble trampling over his entire team. There are some neat synergies here, like Spore to set up, or grassy terrain on Arbolivia, but Brassius fails to capitalize on these synergies to pose any greater threat. threat. He manages to be a potentially bigger threat than Kofu with his clever use of terrestrialization and status moves, but his affinity for art doesn't really help him in the art of battle. The third weakest gym leader in Gen 9 is Katie, the Sugar Bug. Katie specializes in bug types and is encouraged to be taken first. If taken later in the game, this battle would be effortless. As the first gym leader and in the rematch fight, Katie proves to be a threat if unprepared. The gym challenge is neat, giving you a choice of maneuvering a giant inflatable olive into a goal. You have the choice of the long way around or fighting trainers to take shortcuts. Not particularly difficult, but not effortless. Katie's first team consists of Nimble, Tarantula, and Terrabug Teddiursa. None have very powerful moves, but Teddiursa, if not dealt with, can be a real threat to an unprepared team. Fury Cutter is a base power 40 bug move that doubles after each consecutive hit, maxing out at base 160 after 3 turns. After a few Fury Cutters, Teddiursa will have no trouble knocking out whatever is in front of it early on in the game. In her rematch, she brings 5 threatening physical attackers with a good variety. There are glass cannons like Low-Kicks and traditional beaters like Heracross, and tanks with Fortress. Spidops has some status support, and Terrabug Ursaling hits like a truck. However, Katie's team has glaring defensive weaknesses, and does not have many answers to types super effective to bug. While team composition has flaws, it can threaten an opposing Pokemon at all points in the game. Bug is not the strongest type, but Katie manages to produce a level of threat where the past 2 entries don't. If Katie is fought early in the game, she does pose a genuine threat. Next up is the gym leader with the highest level Pokemon, Grusha. In this generation, Ice received some major buffs. Hail became Snow and instead raises the physical defense of Ice-type Pokemon by 1 stage, and enables several powerful moves and abilities. Grusha, the Sub-Zero Shredder, did none of this. As the highest level gym leader, you would expect a better fight, but it's not without its own set of tricks. The snowboarding gym challenge is not too difficult. You ride down the mountain passing through banners as they approach. It is noteworthy to have a racing minigame that is far different from the standard puzzle and trainer battles. His team composition is largely bulky attackers. He leads with Frostmoth with Tailwind, which doubles speed on his side to threaten faster Pokemon. His Beartick has Earthquake and Aqua Jet for good coverage. Also, Thick Fat Satitan is an effective tank on the mildly bulky team. His ace Pokemon, Terra Ice Altaria, leaves some room to be desired. It doesn't hit that hard, and it also can't really take a hit either. The rematch fight doesn't get much better as the only addition is Weavile. His team is equipped to dish out damage when you don't expect it with Ice Shard and Aqua Jet. Also, Ice proves to be great offensively and has good coverage to address type matchups. That said, his Ice-type team suffers from several weaknesses, which hinders his bulky team composition greatly. Grusha brings some counterplay to the fight, but is held back by team composition. Ranked as our 4th most powerful gym leader is Tulip, the Bewitching Beautician. Tulip is the 3rd highest level team that is solidly powerful. The gym challenge is one of the easiest ones, as Dendra, the fighting type specialist, conducts a minigame where you and your first party member emote along to her commands. Not effortless as you can mess up in several places, but not difficult to follow along. What ranks her here is her team composition and type matchups. Tulip leads with Farigiraf. This can create problems with teams relying on ghost Pokemon and is hard to KO with its good bulk, followed by Gardevoir and Espathra that are standard special attackers. Her Terra Psychic Florges is a solid choice too, with decent special bulk and good special attack. Her rematch team builds on what she was doing well with Gallade, which is a threatening physical attacker with good coverage. The team composition is well balanced, with bulky tanks and powerful attackers. Her team composition addresses each weakness to Psychic well. Gallade and Gardevoir both are neutral to Dark and Bug, and can threaten with their powerful attacking stats. Farigiraf stops ghosts in their tracks. Tulip's teams are built to prevent a single Pokemon's move from sweeping and have plenty of offensive powers as well. Looks aren't everything, but Tulip brings style and prowess to the fight. Taking the bronze medal of power for our Gen 9 gym leaders is Rhyme. She is unique in that she is the only gym that features double battles. This alone creates a more complex battle environment than any other battle before. As the MC of RIP, her gym challenge is effectively effectively opening for her concert. You take on a few trainers on stage to warm up the crowd before she takes the stage herself. Nothing too difficult here, but perfectly on theme. Her team consists of Bayonet, Mimikyu, Houndstone, and Terra Ghost Toxtricity. There are several solid strategies here. Icy Wind on Bayonet can slow down your side, and priority moves make sure Bayonet can get one last hit in. Light Screen on Mimikyu can reduce damage on her side of the field. Houndstone is a solid bulky attacker, and Toxtricity is set up fairly cleverly, as Discharge can paralyze everyone and combo with now Ghost boosted Hex. Hex doubles to 130 base power when the target is statused. Punk Rock Hyper Voice does a good job cleaning up too. The 90 base power normal move is bumped to 120 and hits both Pokemon on your side of the battle. This battle also has the added complexity of the crowd chiming in. This can boost the offensive stats of either side. This effectively makes the fight easier, as it can allow your team to tear through without issues, but can provide her with the same benefit. The composition of her team is not perfect, but very good. Mimikyu addresses weakness to dark types, and her team threatens ghosts as much as they're threatened by them. Her rematch team is the same solid composition, with Spiritomb being added, who adds a new level of disruption on her team with Will-O-Wisp, Curse, and Sucker Punch. Her team is constructed with doubles in mind, and can prove difficult to a trainer unprepared for it. Rhyme takes the Bronze Medal of Power for her threatening team composition, doubles format, audience participation, and clever use of terrestrializing. The second most powerful gym leader in Paldea and winner of the Silver Medal is Larry. Larry the Exceptional Everyman runs all normal types. His gym challenge is one of finding a secret dish, and the most complex gym challenge. Here you search the town of Medali, battle trainers, and gather clues to guess the secret dish. Larry's team consists of a Kamala Dunsparce and Terranormal Staraptor. The difficulty in the fight comes from surprise status moves with Yawn and Glare, as well as Staraptor covering fighting types well with Intimidate and Aerial Ace. While Larry is only the 4th highest level, his team manages to pack a punch. Oinkologne and Braviary join his rematch team. His desire for normal things calls for a simple strategy, an onslaught of hard-hitting physical attacks. Woodhammer Kamala, Close Combat and Brave Bird on both Braviary and Staravia. Dunsparce with Hyper Drill, so this team hits surprisingly hard. As Normal's only weakness is fighting, he covers that weakness very well with flying and psychic moves. There are dark moves to cover the ghost immunity, and Braviary and Staraptor cover steel and rock with close combat. His team design covers his philosophy of being a trainer well. No frills, no tricks, just launching off devastating attacks one after the other. While Larry brings power and bulk to the fight, there is one gym leader to outclass him. The most powerful gym leader of Paldea is Ayano, who takes the top spot and our gold medal. Her gym challenge is effectively a game of Where's Waldo. Here, Director Clavel takes on yet another persona as Mr. Walksabout. Pick him out in a crowded scene to progress. This gym challenge is fairly simple, but is not handed to you. What sets her over the top for most overpowered is excellent team composition, offensive and defensive capabilities, and best use of terrestrialization. Her lead of Wattrel Electric Flying is a clever subversion of expectations. Spamming a ground type move will not be enough to beat this team. Bellybolt is an effective bulky tank, and Luxio brings physical damage to her team. Ayano's use of terrestrialization is the most thought out for an actual battle. Terra Electric Mismagius has no weaknesses because of the Levitate ability granting immunity to ground. While this first team is the 3rd weakest in level, it has the best team composition. There is no easy answer to her team as a whole, assuming you're not over-leveled. Her rematch team includes an Electrode, and the evolved Kilowattrel and Luxray. Her team offers support options that can work in tandem with her team. Tailwind on Kilowattrel works with its wind power ability by boosting speed, and its next electric attack. Reflect helps it take hits to hit back harder with the Electromorphosis ability. Electric Terrain Electrode boosts electric attacks itself. These supportive moves buff themselves and the rest of the team. Unlike the other gym leaders, each member of her team helps cover the weaknesses of the other, making it difficult to approach and hard to withstand. Ayano the supercharged streamer promises her fans a good fight and delivers. But let us know in the comments section who you think the most powerful Pokemon Scarlet and Violet gym leader is. Be sure to hit that notification bell and binge our other Pokemon Scarlet and Violet videos. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.